early. You're
Yo, what's good, folks?
back again.
Back for another episode
First
of
of the new
Early,
year.
first one of the
Yeah,
new
man.
year.
Episode 130.
Shit, man, happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year, Brody.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man? How's the New Year treating you so far, man? Same old.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, there's not really much difference between
Same plan.
like
right?
a December 31st.
We've had
and
these
January
talks over the
1st.
years.
Yeah,
I know
it.
we were like, yo, what's the
But
celebration?
I guess it's always a good moment to like reflect. I feel like New Year's and birthdays are always like a good moment to, or a typical moment to reflect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every moment is a good moment to reflect, but I definitely tend to find myself like reflecting on the year that passed and then thinking really consciously about what I want the next year to look like, if it's any different or if it's more the same or whatever. So that's always like a
basically
good
like
thing.
the theme of the year. What's this year's
That's a
theme
good way to
gonna
put
be
it.
for myself?
That's a good way to put it.
I
You know what I
definitely
mean?
feel that.
And then also too, there's always like a kind of cleanse that you kind of but like this always a kind of cleanse I find myself doing in the new year, because the holiday time is a real interesting time. You know what I'm
Is it a
saying?
mental
Like,
cleanse, a physical like
it's
detox? Or you just all
yeah,
that
more of like a
one year?
mental,
Okay,
but
okay.
to be honest, like there's a physical aspect in there as well.
Right.
Like, I mean, every like gym will tell you like January is their biggest time. You know what I'm saying?
New membership.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
even me and my guy went to the gym last night and it was packed in that joint. But no, like definitely more of like a mental cleanse, because the holidays is a tough time, like on the pockets. You know what I'm saying? So it's like always like, damn, like January is always that time where I'm like, okay, I gotta really like make up for a lot of things that I kind of always find myself overspending in November and December. You know what I'm saying?
Man, 100%. I definitely feel that. But like back to even like the themes and shit like that, I definitely feel you, because I think coming into this new year, I'm definitely like, I guess, trying to hone in on I know what it is that I've been doing over these past several years, but I'm trying to make some transitions. You know, we talk about this tech and things and whatnot, but trying to get more into that and trying to embrace that world, kind of like how I've seen you've done this transition into like the finance sector, like hard, you know. So, and kind of now you view things in that lens. So even when you come into your creative space, you're now still looking at it from a numbers perspective, as opposed to all of this like, you know, and you know, when we talk about, you know, we have Blue Visions, by the way, coming on later on the show. That's going to be a really, really dope interview for you guys to check into. But, you know, when we was talking, you know, one thing that I got into the groove of for sure this last year, shout out to you too, by way of you delegated some roles to me, some jobs in the, you know, past years or whatnot. But this past year was actually the year that I've been able to outsource and delegate more than I ever had.
Yeah.
And it was a big aha moment for me, because I was like, wow, I actually could have been doing this. Yeah. But for whatever reason, I thought that it would have stunted myself by giving out these things. And now I'm kind of like, all right, in 2024, I really want to get back into my learning bag and really learn shit. And in order to do that, I need to have the time to do that. But at the same time, I still got to get compensated for my time. So it's like, it's really dope to have people that, you know, you got good rapport with them. You don't have to worry if you send them out on a job or anything like that. Could they do it, or is it going to be subpar? Because I do fuck with that client. I'm not just trying to lose, you know. So that's what I'm really trying to get into the groove of this year, for real, trying to not be as hands-on with a lot of the media type things, so I can really sow my seeds in other types of places for sure, bro.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you just said, and I feel like it's interesting because this was also part of the conversation we had with Blue,
right?
So like talking about delegating and stuff like that. But I do feel like you said something as far as you don't want to just send anybody because you don't want to ruin like a relationship with the client. Right. I think what I found is that I think we think a little harder on that than than necessary, in the sense that a client really not going to drop you because of one bad person. You know what I'm saying? Like if you send somebody out, and they might, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like they're not, but I feel like for the most part, if they're like a long-standing client type thing, they will give you another chance. Because we've talked about this before, in the sense that people don't really know what you do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like if somebody is looking for a videographer, they don't know like a whole pool of videographers that they can pull from. You know what I'm saying? They're hitting you up probably because you're one or maybe one of two that they know. You know what I'm saying? So like even if you go on one job and you don't go right, because I've had clients where I went and I messed up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think I something that I've realized, and then there's been times when I literally couldn't do something and I was like, I can't do this, and I thought maybe they're not going to hit me up no more, and then they hit me up the next time they need something. You know what I'm saying?
And let me even reword that too, because I guess you're right. It's never a matter of like a fear of losing a client, but I guess sometimes the weight of the event, you're like for instance,
you want it to
I can't, like, it's a wedding. I can't do the wedding. This is a once in a lifetime type of thing. The bag is probably like, we want that bag. So it's like, maybe I have this shooter that I will send for some other shot, but I'm like, I don't know if this
right for
is
this.
And I'm like, and also being mindful of, you know, the shooter. Like, bro, I don't want to put you in a position where it's like, yo, you can't succeed, you can't do it. And that's some teammate. I don't want to put you in a position to fail either. Not like, let's get away from even the client. Client gonna be happy, of course, but I don't want to put you in a position where you're like, I can't even handle this. Or I get to the fucking location like, bro, you didn't tell me it was like, you know. So
no, but the overall what you're talking about is a big thing, man. Because I feel something that I learned, and it took me a long time to learn, is that you yourself can only do so much to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And if you really want to, I mean, it's about scalability, right? Like if you can't scale any more than outside yourself, then you're limiting what you can do. You know what I'm saying? You're limiting what you can produce. And that kind of stunts your growth, and it takes away opportunities to, like you said, learn. Like something that I literally went through was finding myself being very busy, but having no time to like improve upon my skills, because all my actual time that's allotted to production work is actually doing the work that I've been hired to do, which sounds like a good problem to have, but when you see how quickly things are advancing, like, bro, we've talked about how AI can make videos these days. The types of videos AI is making today versus the last time we talked about it, which was maybe 2 months ago, is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're literally looking like they can do it themselves. Like, now you can just literally type in, like, I want a video that I could post on YouTube that talks about finances, and they will literally make a whole video, a narrator. They'll narrate it. They'll get the stock clips. They'll get the subtitles. So you know what I'm saying?
I know you haven't been on Instagram as much, but now even the ads, right? I'm like, for the first time,
you can tell an AI generated ad.
No, for the first time ever, I'm actually clicking these ad pages and following them, because I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool. Like, it's like editing shit now. They're like, yo, have you ever wanted to like make a video, but like maybe it was in another part of the world and they can't understand you? So literally now they have joints where you can literally be just talking verbatim, put it in the fucking app, and it will translate it into the language in your same voice, as if you were speaking that language. And I'm like, all right, bro. My mind is starting to get blown.
Have you seen this shit where?
Yeah.
Have you seen this shit where you can be like reading? You know how people be like looking down reading, like, and it'll change your eyes to make it look like you're looking at the camera.
Wow.
Like, so you can like, I could be like reading off a teleprompter. No, you can like be looking down reading, and it'll make your eyes look like they're straight, like they're.
Bro, like
it's just getting so advanced.
What you're saying? This is the type of shit, like, look at us again.
You can incorporate it into your work, but it's like you have to have the time to learn that shit. You know what I'm saying?
We're getting geek talking about this shit, but it's like, yo, you actually have to get into the trial and error and see how you can use it.
And the only reason,
time in itself, to see how you can use it. You can't just be like, I know what to do.
You gotta practice
with fucking weekend. Like, at least at this part of our like lives, I feel like if it is something that we really do want to learn and we do find the time for it, it's like, bro, the way I'm gonna cram and I'm gonna get some type of sense of it, I'll be able to build upon it. But it always takes time for that foundation. Like, bro, I made a weekend real quick. Like, just leave me a weekend to like explore, and then I can add upon it. But like, I'm literally on zero, and I just see everybody talking about it, and then I see finished products, and I'm like, that does look interesting. I need to see what that's about.
And they're so prevalent on like YouTube. Like you can tell these AI videos, the narrator's voice, you know what I'm saying? The narrator's voice and like other, and then even sometimes how they read the like they'll script a video for you. Like I don't know, AI is just doing so much shit. But when I think back to how I learned how to make videos, it was a slow process, but I had nowhere to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had nowhere to go.
Manual process.
So I used to feel like it was a slow churn, but it was like it took me years to feel like I was like proficient in video editing and video making and all this type of stuff. And when I'm trying to place myself back to like how I felt every day it wasn't on some like, oh, I got to learn this so I can apply this. It was really on some, I'm watching a video, I'm like, oh, like how is that done? I go to YouTube, I type in how to, and then I try to figure out how I explain what I just saw. You know what I'm saying? So I type that in, I watch, and I just watch videos, and I'm not, watching it in 2 times speed, trying to just like absorb the information as quick as possible. I'm literally just like taking my time learning how to do this shit. And then maybe over the next course of like a week, 2 weeks, I'm shooting things and then trying to edit it and emulate the thing that I saw. And then after that, I'm trying to like make my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Put my own spin on it.
And it's so crazy.
The point I'm making is it was a slow process. I was in no rush. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's funny because in the midst of that, it's kind of like now that shit just becoming the toolbox. And it's like you don't even like flaunt it, and it's like, bro, it's just something I can do now. Now I'm just trying to like build upon that. It don't end. Like the shit does not end.
And
you
just
keep on going.
And what's interesting is I kind of bring up the whole like process of learning. I bring that up because when you talk about really doing the things that make your operation an actual like a business, you know what I'm saying? Like the delegating, the managing that client relationship, you know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff are things that you kind of got to learn as well. You know what I'm saying? So to your point about starting it this year, something that I learned, I would say I probably started that maybe like 2-3 years ago, but I'm not even still really comfortable with it. Like I'm still learning how to manage the relationship between the client, manage the relationship between the person that I sent out there. Just making that whole process better, smoother for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm still I feel like I'm still learning.
As you say that, now I want to ask you, because again, like this is something that we also briefly talked about with Blue as well too. How do you go about like touching back with your clients? Like, never mind, there's a task at hand. Let's just say I've done mad jobs with them and shit like that. Like when any updates come with you, like when you get new software, new equipment, do you feel any like inclination to update clients? Or is there anything that will make you hit a client, like take initiative to be like, yo, I haven't like heard from you for a while, what's up? And like, cause as we was talking to Blue about it, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, that is something I feel as if I can do more. There isn't nothing like stopping me from that. And the thing is, the clients seem to always, every, couple of months.
They hit you up themselves. You know what I'm saying?
But, sometimes I'm like, damn, people. It's like sometimes people don't be.
You're off your radar.
They need to get pushed. Like, need a little.
You might tell them like, oh, I just got a new camera or something like that, and then they'll be like, then they'll think of something that they can use you for. 100%. You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't have anything, but actually now I think about it, I could use a commercial. 100%. But to answer your question, no, I don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that I'm saying no, I don't. Like I realized that I didn't do that a little while back, and I think because I stay as busy as I want to be, that I don't really feel the need to do that. But I told you for the healthcare business, like we've been looking at making some changes and stuff like that. And we don't do that at that business either. We're like just reaching out saying like, hey, but it's valuable to do. And what I think about is say you buy something from like StockX or something like this. You know what I'm saying? Or any online store. After you've made a purchase on the online store, you put your email in for them to send you your like shipping details and all this type of stuff. After that, and like you've received your purchase, they start to hit you up with like, oh, like check out what we have today, like this week on the store.
To manually go in and unsubscribe and block that shit.
Now they just like they just start to hit you up, and they just want to be in your face. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not even really an online shopper like that. Right. But if I buy something off of an online store, like it's not my inclination to be like, oh, like let me see what they have now. Like if I don't need nothing, I'm not looking for nothing. But everybody else that online shops is, you know what I'm saying? Like I literally hear stories of people saying that like I found myself on Amazon and I blinked and spent $100. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do stuff like that, but that's, you know, that is the reality. But the thing is, you gotta put yourself in front of people's face and make them remember, like, hey, you could probably use something that I have to offer. And it's not even just online stores that are selling like you know, products and stuff like this. I buy a lot of like digital assets for videos. You know what I'm saying? I found myself having to, you know, buy stock footage here and there. So when I put my emails in there, you literally have motherfuckers that like make video templates. Like, you know, I'm dropping this new template. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, Black Friday comes around. It's like, you know, we're having this Black Friday sale at 50% off everything in the store. But those things just come on emails, and they only have my email because I purchased with them one time. You know what I'm saying? So you do have to. So like, you're actually making a great point, and that is something that I don't do, but it is something that I've consciously been like, I got to incorporate some kind of like email chain.
We're in everybody's funnel system.
We're in the, and you got to take a step back and be like, what's happening here? You know what I'm saying? 100%. And it's like sometimes I buy something, and then I find myself being like, okay, how did these people actually get me here and like make me click purchase? You know what I'm saying? Because I came here for one thing. Now whether I actually buy something or not, I'm like window shopping for another thing. And you know, if I was a less disciplined person, I could buy something. It's like I literally will be on a website for like 10 minutes and be like, wait, what am I even looking for? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but now when you come into it with a perspective as an entrepreneur or a creative, you're like, all right, once I take the step back, how do I go about creating?
You got to create exactly.
Because I'm not. You'd be like, all right, I'm not necessarily the one susceptible to these things, although I noticed that I've volunteered myself into these.
But out of like 8 billion people on the planet, there's a good percentage of them that will. I look at
my email dead ass, and I'm like, bro, I got shit from 4 or 5 years ago. I never again, but I go into promotions in my Gmail, and it's percentage off, about all this shit. So now I'm like, but best believe, even though we're not clicking it, there's somebody that literally, and you know how,
and they're looking for it.
They'll be like, how did we get this sale? This sale came off of the email marketing
they're looking
that we sent. Like, you can track exactly how they got it.
Yeah, right? And I was about to say they're looking for like a 10% open rate. They're not even looking at like a 10% open rate is like considered good. Great. So they know that, you know, it's a volume thing. It's like I gotta send 30 emails in a month.
100%.
Because maybe somebody will open one of those emails or two of those emails. It's a numbers game. Yeah, 100%.
Calls, but guess what? You get like 2.
Yeah, and that's solid. It was versus doing 0 and getting 0. 100%.
Because those are maybe 2 big clients. Like, you know.
So I will say, you know, it's very interesting because it's all coming around in the sense that when we talked about like new things for the new year, that's literally something that I know business wise I'm trying to incorporate. Is literally last night, one of the things I was working on was what is my they call it like a customer journey. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what does my customer journey look like? MailChimp is a big one. Shout out to MailChimp. But yeah, we got an interview with Blue Visions coming on in a second. It's really dope because we talk a lot about some of these things in here. So we get his perspective. If people that don't know, a really dope up and coming video director from the DMV area, I think PG County. So it's really dope. He's actually worked with and knows a lot of people that have been on the show.
Hell yeah. Shout out Nick, shout out Los, you know, recently shot Mozzie, shout to JT, Stunner Girl. A lot of shit, man, really turned up in 2023. And I think like the biggest takeaway that, you know, from the whole conversation is really like, you know, understanding that as you progress and as you evolve with your craft, so is that number. You know what I'm saying? And you're always going to attract the clients that can meet you at that number. Type shit. You're never like doing a type of rewind. It's supposed to, you know, keep evolving so you can include more people on the sets and the sets get greater, you know, so.
Let's go to the interview.
You ready?
Folks, appreciate y'all getting up early with us again. We got another dope episode and another dope guest in the building.
Surely, man.
Got Blue Visions in here, man.
What's going on?
What's going on,
living,
bro?
Brody? Appreciate you
coming on, man.
Man, appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, man. How you been, man? What's going on? What's going on? First of all, for people that don't know, you know what I'm saying? Give us a little intro, you know what I'm saying? Let us know who you are, what you do, bro. Really been going crazy lately. Catch people up that don't know.
Man, basically, I'm a director. I've been doing this for a couple years now, probably about, I'd say 7 years. Taking it serious, like 4 years.
Right.
Really taking it serious about 4 years. So that's pretty it for pretty much it. Just director doing my thing right now, just grinding.
Nah, for sure. But when did you start and how did you start?
Because it's funny, right? And I don't know if this was the start, but I think the first work I seen of yours might have been a Neek. Might have been a Neek video.
Brother right there.
Yeah, shout out Neek, man.
Yeah, so when I first started, I definitely was working with my little brother a lot because he just started rapping when I just started doing videos.
Right.
It just made sense, you know.
Nah, facts.
Where's this all based out of too? Just give people like
So
perspective.
I'm from PG, Maryland.
Okay.
People call it 210, down 210.
Okay.
But for Washington, Maryland. So I started over there for real. But my first couple videos, a lot of them were shot over there in PG.
Okay.
And then also a couple of them with Neek too.
Word.
Did you feel like, I feel like when everybody starts, at least when I started making videos and stuff like this, I had people that I kind of latched onto as far as like wanting to kind of emulate what they was doing.
Yeah.
Did you have any, like, what was your visions for your first like handful of videos before you really got nice?
Right.
My bad, go ahead.
Inspirations and shit like that. So actually when I first got started, bro, like I never seen myself doing videos. You know?
Yeah, I feel like that's. I feel like it'd be like that.
Bro, that's how
what was you doing before? What was you doing?
What
was you doing at the time?
I played football.
Yeah.
I was doing different things, you know what I'm saying, to get money and shit like that.
Right.
For real, I wasn't even making a lot of good decisions, you know what I'm saying, but I knew I was smarter than that. You feel
Right.
me?
Yeah.
I seen a lot of my men go down some bad paths. I did some shit. I ended up in bad situations and shit. Just learned from it for real, you know what I'm saying? So once I started learning from my situations and realized I got way more to lose, niggas just started taking shit more serious, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
So that's pretty much what it was, though.
Yeah. Well, so when you first picked up the camera, like, where did that first inclination of what to do come from?
And it's funny because I don't know, when I got a camera, right? Niggas got a camera because we had like a clothing line. So we like, nigga, we can't keep paying for like commercials and photo shoots like every time.
Facts.
Like, especially back in like 2012, I'm like, nah, we can't do this. Let's just get a camera. But as soon as I had the camera, the next thing that started happening is niggas like, you shoot videos? And I'm like,
because you want to get, but also you start to get nice with the camera. Like it was the same thing with me, but with music. I was like, I don't want to keep paying to get music videos shot. But then I'm like, I start to care more about the music video than the songs themselves or themselves. Like
for me, that wasn't really the case. It was just like, for me, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my first pride for just me being a businessman. That's first.
Yeah.
So I knew like if I had a camera, I can get my foot in the door to a lot of places where a lot of people normally couldn't.
That's facts. That's facts. They let a nigga with a camera, especially like 7 years ago, 6 years ago, anywhere. Like if you got a camera, you can go anywhere.
It's saturated.
Like I'll shoot this. I'll shoot this joint. Like facts.
For real. So I started seeing that. I started getting myself in the endless doors. And I already knew a lot of people too. You know what I'm saying? So it really wasn't really hard to just move around and start.
And is the main thing that like I guess that you shooting originally, like, and tell me the year this is too, but like is it like music videos? You doing recaps? You shoot what is it? Commercials for people? Brands?
What you trying to take it back?
Yeah, bro. We trying to work the way up, bro.
I feel like the director's path is a kind of it happens in so many different kind of ways. There's so many different kind of ways you can end up shooting shit.
And the thing that
definitely was a gradual thing. So when I started off, I ain't like my videos at all, bro. Like, but people would still fuck with them, so I was still doing them. And I was still trying to learn how to do them, but I wasn't even like dropping them, promoting them like that. Like I would just
your hardest critic, like
my main thing was doing like vlogs or recaps in the club and shit like that. Cause that's
Okay.
what I was really talented at for.
Yeah.
It came real easy. Like
Yeah.
I could do a recap in like 2 hours and like on the computer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, that shit easy. Everybody really fucking with
Music
those.
video niggas want the edits,
Man,
the
the
this,
music
that.
videos
Like,
way more to it.
right.
They're more complex.
It's
Yeah.
way more complex. So you know what I'm saying? So the first couple years, I was just doing them jumps, but I wasn't even taking it real serious. I was just doing recaps, doing
Right.
vlogs. So I got around a lot of the top rappers just doing vlogs.
Right,
rather
right,
than the music video. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So once I started doing that, then I had the connections. And I started just perfecting my craft a little bit more.
Right.
I'm like, I started hitting the rappers I already know, like, man, come on, let's lock in the music video rather than the vlog. You know what I'm saying? Which is way more
Now you
important.
trying to piece
That's
it
tough.
together, like, hold up, what we doing? Like, let's see. Yeah,
Facts.
that's real shit.
Facts.
That's real shit, bro.
Wait, so that goes. So, did you have anybody early on that you kind of believed in that you was working with?
That's what I meant to say earlier.
Yeah.
So when I first started, I had a friend I was staying with, and up the street, it was a nigga named Skinny Ian.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop his name. A lot of people don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
He was a wild nigga out here. Ain't he?
Right.
Like, he had a little reputation and shit. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like for me, like he was just up the street, so I was just seeing how he move and shit. I never did nothing with no cameras, nothing. I just seen him doing shit for
Right.
It was just some cool shit. I'm like, damn, like, bro just made probably like $1,000 a day when I just was in the crib.
Right.
I probably went on the move with him and I ain't make nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was just there all day. We did the same shit for years. He just had a camera in his ass.
Right.
Press record. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn.
This nigga a whole TV
This
show
nigga,
himself, like,
this nigga making money. I'm over here bullshitting. You know,
Yeah.
that's how I felt for.
Right.
But then I still wasn't even thinking about doing it, like getting the camera at that point. Like I was just seeing shit for. And then once I came back home from school, I was in school for like half a semester, and then like some shit happened, so I just dropped out and came back home. But I was trying to find something to really like tap into,
Right.
and it just set my head like, damn, let me try this out. And I'm like, man, fuck it, I bought a camera and it just went from there.
What was
for
your
real.
what was your first camera? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody began the
First camera,
gear and all
it
that
was a
shit.
Nikon, man.
Nikon, okay.
It was a random ass Nikon. It was some shit though. It was like
Right.
a Nikon D3200 or some shit.
I'm weak. I think that was my first camera too. That was definitely my first
For
camera.
videos, though,
32, and then my second camera was the 33.
Yeah, like for videos, that shit terrible. Like for music videos, you don't want to use that junk for real.
Right.
I didn't really know. I just
What type of joint do you like to use? I feel like it was decent. I fucked with mine. I might still have it in this house somewhere. But what
So,
joint
like,
did you fuck with?
When you say that though, was you always on the mindset off some? Yeah, this camera I'm using it for this purpose, but for this I'm not about to use this camera. I'm about to go ahead and like rent the camera. Or you ask my man for this camera.
I
type
was
shit.
just using that camera for everything.
Yeah.
I ain't really know. Like
Right.
I ain't know what was the difference between like the settings or nothing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I was
facts.
just shooting.
Just press
like,
that
shit.
Press and record.
Just press
Shoot, and then you'll make it look lit in post.
Yeah, I do what I can in post.
Yeah, exactly.
I get the post like, why the fuck it look like that?
Yeah.
Right.
Why the hell was I could have sworn it was light out there. Like, still like this shit.
Nah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I just started learning as I go. YouTube University, you know what I'm saying?
Facts,
So I just locked
facts.
on YouTube and just started
Always
teaching myself.
attending.
Was it any creators on YouTube that you found particularly helpful?
Yeah, it's a couple I looked at for sure. I used to watch like the little vlogs just to like help me learn how to do camera shit.
Man,
It's a
fucking
nigga named Creative
CJ Wallace.
Ryan, word.
I think his name is CJ Wallace. They used to do spitters joints.
Yeah.
Bro, I used to watch this nigga shit like he was fucking Albert Hitchcock, bro. Like I would just like watch his shit and be like, damn.
Right.
I feel like the way he did vlogs at the time that I was watching it, it was just so crazy to me.
Like that was the
I felt like it was I don't know, I feel like it was just real like unique and like
For me,
real
that was,
cinematic.
Creative Ryan. It was Creative Ryan. He did vlogs.
Say again?
Creative Ryan.
Oh,
Okay.
Creative Ryan. He's
Yeah.
real cool. He do like a lot of vlogs and shit. But he's also a director, so I was watching. He do behind the scenes a lot of his music videos.
Oh, okay,
So
nice.
I was just really watching the behind the scenes, how a music video get shot,
Right.
the shit that goes into it behind the scenes. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I can really learn how to really shoot a video rather than this press and record.
Right.
Like I've been doing type shit. You feel me?
Yeah, so
facts.
one thing that, initially when you started, sometimes you just geek to just have some shit to shoot,
Yeah, for sure.
But now let's get really into the business of it, right? So when did you get to the point that you felt within yourself, you're like, you know, I'm alright for real. And I ain't really just trying to like, all right, maybe for the men or shit like that, you power whatever. But if people are trying to inquire for your services, when did it get to the point when you're like, yo, all right, I need to. This is the number I gotta
Come with
charge
some kind of structure
to make this
or something.
shit productive for myself. I can't just be.
That's funny. I was just having
spending
this
this time
conversation on my
into-
mind the other day, but honestly, bro, it took a minute to get right there.
Yeah.
It took a minute. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but I think it's because I wasn't taking it as serious as I am now.
Right.
And so for me, I probably say about a year ago, 2 years ago, that's when I got to that point. Like, I'm not even fucking around no more. Like,
Word.
I don't want this type of clientele. Like,
Word.
I pay this price. I know like 4 or 5 other people I can sing you to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you can negotiate with and shit like that. But I'm not doing this type of shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Nah,
Word.
that makes sense. It do get to a point where you gotta kind of decide what kind of work you want to do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like everybody kind of comes to that moment where it's like, I'm just gonna keep getting the same shit I've been getting unless I kind of decide what it is I want to be working on. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And sometimes it's funny because you could work with people and like at a certain point in time they have this budget, you work with them and shit like that. But sometimes if you not like raising your shit, whether that shit's like on an annual basis or shit like that, people will think they could come to you sometimes
for
with
sure.
the same shit
See,
or
what
like
you
you
gotta do is
holler,
you gotta
it's-
like you gotta always just act like you keep investing in yourself. I mean, not even act like you gotta do it too.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta. I always tell my clients whenever I'm at the upper price or something, I just got a new camera, I just got a new lens.
Yeah.
I got this. I just got
Okay,
that.
so
Like, ooh.
all right, so
whenever I
talk
do
about
upgrade,
that
that's
though,
when I-
like updating the clientele, like you know, so you're not leaving niggas in the dark. You want niggas to be hip, like yo, bro,
Yeah,
like
like,
just
this
so
my-
you know, like you know what I'm
this
saying.
my thing. Like,
It's
who
gonna
I
be a
started
different
with, I
product.
would love to end with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a genuine person, so if we start working together, I would love to keep working with you. Even when my prices go up, like it's certain people I'm still like, all right, cool. Let me try like give them a little deal type shit. I know they can't afford this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like my prices are going up though, so I can't give you that much of a discount or that much of a. You feel me? But at the end of the day. And all my new clients, it's not even like no cut cards. Like you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, it's
The
just
price, but
the price,
not-
the price. Bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like all my old clients though, like if they able to keep going up with me, I applaud that and I appreciate it. And I mean we both working. You know what I'm saying? We both able to keep working and keep going. But if you're not, then keep going until you can get up there and pay them prices and invest in yourself with me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No,
That's how I
that's
feel.
that,
Do you feel like you've been prepared for this moment where like now you're just from if anybody like seen the videos that you've worked on in the past like let's say year, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, the people, the artists that you've been working with are way more known artists. You know what I'm saying? Like have you been like prepared for this moment or is this something you kind of just got thrusted
Hell
into?
yeah,
Like
I'm prepared for this month.
Yeah.
Like, I told you I've been doing this shit for like 7-8 years now, but I'm
Yeah.
like taking serious full. So when I first picked up a camera, I already knew like the type of person.
when
I
you
was.
say take it serious, like what do you mean exactly? Because I think
it's about
for everybody
taking it
that's something
serious.
different. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah.
curious to know what you meant, like what you actually changed as far as like in your habits or
Shit, full
in what you was
time.
doing. Yeah.
Like full time.
Okay.
Okay.
Full time.
So what's that look like? An 8-hour day, 10-hour day? Like what does that look like?
You an
You on call?
entrepreneur.
Nah, hey, I'm trying to clear it up for the folks.
3, 4 in the morning, like
That's real
then
shit.
wake back up at
That's
8.
set time.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
facts.
Like, get back to it. You feel me?
Facts.
So, that shit just all hours for real. But
Yeah.
for me taking it serious is when I stopped. I ain't had no jobs, quit all jobs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do nothing in the streets no more. I just started really focusing on what I got ahead of me right now.
Yeah.
My future and you know what I'm saying, my business and my brand. That's taking it serious.
And I mean, can you talk about sometimes the importance too, as an artist, as a creative, as an entrepreneur, the importance of getting out of your locale and making moves? Because like one thing that I also see with you is like a lot of these visuals that you shoot are not. They're not in the DMV, you know what I'm saying? Like they wherever the money go, you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure,
And I think
100%.
that sometimes a lot of people limit themselves, and don't just. Sometimes they be thinking like, and sometimes they be thinking you need a reason. Sometimes you need to go out and like you know
Yeah, take them risks.
find, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
and find that reason. You know,
Yeah.
especially when you know you serviceable. You know, it's like, bro, I got. Shit
And sometimes
that I
before it's even like a guarantee. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
trying to
Like
tell you,
before you
bruh.
even know it's a
That's-
guarantee, you gotta take risks for
can-
real.
you know,
I think it's really important to reach out to network and really network hard in other places. Like people think you gotta network hard here, like you gotta really go your hardest and whatever. Like whenever you travel for
Yeah.
because they don't know you out there. Like nobody know you out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in the world way bigger than the DMV. You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of the people that's really like popping and like creating the most content and they shit like get the most motion. That shit is not here. You feel me? It's
Yeah.
in Atlanta. It's in LA. It's in Florida. Like,
It's anywhere, honestly.
It's anywhere but here right now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? For real. So when you traveling, you got like with the network.
Wait, you think it's not here?
Music.
You think it's not happening here?
entertainment wise?
Yeah. You don't think so?
Right now?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I'm not saying like it's only happening here, but you said anywhere but here. You don't think it's? You don't think
Nah,
that,
I
like
don't think-
people
nah,
are coming out
honestly,
from the DMV?
I love the DMV. Like I mean, like nobody hitting that main stage like that right now. No, I don't feel like that. It's probably like a couple people, but that's like
I would say like Shy Glizzy, Brent Fayez.
Shy Glizzy,
Nah.
bro, he definitely hit the main stage. But like you know what I'm saying, with Glizzy,
Brent
I ain't
Fayez.
gonna say he going crazy right now.
Right.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Like in terms of
But like he
relevancy.
definitely did this thing. Like,
Oh, you're saying like today?
like who's pumping like right now?
Yeah, like
who's-
today.
who's
I
being-
don't
who's
know.
doing anything, like, who's
Yeah.
going crazy. Like you feel me?
Yeah.
No, that's real.
So where you
And
think is the place to
I mean,
be?
when niggas want to do their press runs, they
And
go
I-
to New York.
And my
You know what
thing is, I'm
saying?
not saying. My
Weak.
thing is, like, you see how we gotta really think about it. You feel
Yeah.
me? I'm not saying there's nobody. I'm just
Yeah.
saying like if you go
Right.
to another place like Atlanta, right? I'm just saying Atlanta.
You know
Yeah.
how
You
many
can
people we can name?
50 people over there. Like,
Right.
Then they got all the reality TV shows. They got all
Nah.
the YouTube content.
Nah, they got the Real
everything
Housewives
going
of
on, like,
Potomac. That
you see what I'm
joint's
saying?
like one of the best Real Housewives.
You feel me? But what I'm saying is all the entertainment is not.
No, that's not my
A lot
opinion.
of that shit is being pumped in other places. So you
Yeah.
got to put yourself in other places as well, not just the
Big
home.
facts. Nah, big facts.
That's
Big
my
facts.
main point for it.
Nah, I agree. I was just, I thought you was, but I thought it was
There's
like a,
definitely people in the DMV that's working, but
yeah.
it's just
facts.
not the DMV is not moving how other places are moving.
And it's not the
That's my
only
main
place.
point. Yeah.
It's not the. You do gotta. It's beneficial to go expose yourself in
sure.
different places,
For sure.
just
Like-
because you have. And the people behind the camera are kind of more valuable than the people in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? So if you expose yourself in new places, you could probably meet somebody. You could be. You don't know what could happen for yourself.
nah,
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
You can end up in
You gotta, like we said, you gotta anywhere.
next
You
week,
gotta get.
like, you know what I'm saying? You never know.
Like you shot them that stunner girl JT joint went viral and shit. Where
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that? 'Cause
yeah.
I know that shit wasn't
That
around
was
the way.
that was shot in LA.
Okay.
That was shot in LA.
Word.
How did that come about?
Yeah, like
Shit, just networking. I locked in with her manager. Her manager was a cool nigga when we first met and shit. And he just was loving my videos for their
There you
videos
go.
they was dropping. They was saying like they was telling me my shit was crushing their videos they was dropping. So
Oh, word.
yeah. So they like, man, let's fly you out. Let's put it together. Woo woo. We was talking for like 4 or 5 months for.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
but,
sometimes
like, he was
slow
bullshit,
burn.
Like he was
Yeah.
not bullshitting for real. And then like
Right.
it was at a point when I guess JT had hopped on the remix.
And when is this like that 4 or 5 months? Like is this like
So,
at the top of the like?
this we was talking at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And then like we end up locking in the middle of the year, like around like June,
Right.
July. So and it happened around the time where JT had just hopped on the song. So once she hopped on the little remix or whatever, he like, man, we need an official video for this one. We can't play with it. I ain't trying to play, bro. I'm calling you right now. I know I've been bullshitting, but this is it right here. This the one.
Right.
We flying you out on Tuesday, but it was like Sunday, like you know what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, okay.
Right.
Let me go ahead and put this shit together. So I had like a couple days to put the whole video together. They gave me the budget for the jump. We just put it together, made it happen for.
That's tough.
Very
That's
tough.
tough.
That's very tough. And in these processes when you're shooting, you know what I'm saying, there's a whole lot that goes into shooting the set, and everybody knows like you got a whole team. Can you talk about the importance of delegating roles, outsourcing,
Very
like
important,
you know,
bro.
because I think
Very
that's
important.
one thing. Even myself, as of like the past 1 to 2 years, is something I'm like, damn. I used to take so much pride, jack of all trades. I do it myself. I don't give a fuck.
Nah,
Like I
for
just
sure. I
because
feel
I'm not
that,
trying
though.
to wait. I'm
feel
not
that.
trying to wait. Sometimes I'm trying to be cost efficient, but now when you realize it's like you can only go so far, or you finally hit a ceiling, and it's
Yeah.
like, bro, you can't. Ain't no more pats on the back. The bread, it ain't growing, so it's like
you gonna hit your limit for you gonna hit
exactly.
You gonna
So
hit your ceiling.
so it's
With all the
tell me the
biggest
importance of that.
organizations, bro. They got teams and they got a way they run their business. It's a structured way, and they got people they delegate to. They got CEOs, then they got managers, they got presidents of the place. So, you know, it's a lot of different
Right.
barriers you go
Right.
through for.
Do you have a like process for coming up with treatments? Like, what's that look like? Because I feel like
Facts,
some
man.
these days, I gotta say, dog, these days, like this time in music videos as like a culture is a crazy time. You see some of the craziest music videos these days, bro. Like it's funny because I love listening to like old music. So I find myself sometimes watching like old music videos, right?
And old videos, the best videos.
Like from a storytelling standpoint, or from like they look like TV shows type shit. You know what I'm saying? They look, bro.
And them dolls used to go crazy.
The real Slim Shady joint, like all these joints, like Big Papa, even the Biggie video, like you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of Hypnotized. A lot of these videos.
Sometimes niggas be lazy today with just you got a great.
As far as like telling a story,
shit, whatever. But it's like, bro, like
a lot of niggas got real lazy with the.
You should be storytelling though. You should be. It's shit going on. Like, bro, you gotta watch from beginning to end if you want to see how this shit ends.
Yeah.
You might know the song, bro, but you don't know the video though. You don't know how it's gonna go.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to, you know what I'm saying. I wanted to have you talk about like your process for coming up with treatments and inspirations or whatever. You know what I'm saying. Like, speak on that a little bit.
I just get the song first, and I just probably play it in the car back to back when I'm driving. When I hit the highway, I just have it on repeat.
Yeah. Do you find you got to be in a certain environment listening to the song? Like you got to be in the car, or you just gotta
like being alone. For real. I like being alone by myself whenever I'm listening to the song and I'm trying to come up with the treatment. I like just being alone, getting like a. To a room. I might be taking this shit for
right.
Wherever you by yourself.
Funny, bro. I be taking this shit, just hearing the song, coming up with the treatment and shit. I got like a little way I do the treatments on my phone. I got like a little app. So I just start finding pictures that go with what I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying?
Word, okay.
And then I start putting together. Then that's really
like some vision board type shit.
Yeah,
like
vision board type.
Okay.
That's really how I started getting my bigger videos and my bigger budgets. Is like putting the treatments together. Like,
having those treatments ready, or like having good ideas for shit.
Is this shit people requesting? Like, bro, like before we even get on set, can we see what the treatment look like? Or not everybody like that, or like
so. The way I do it,
so
the way I do it is I have packages. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if you get the director's package, then
it comes with a treatment type shit. Okay.
Sure. Like, I'm gonna come up with the treatment and everything. I'm gonna send it over to you. So whoever get the director package, you really don't gotta do too much at all. You just gotta like get the treatment and then just get the outfits and just pull up.
Yeah. No, that's tough. Right. That's actually tough. I think that's what most people want to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? But if they know they're gonna get like a fire video at the end of it, because you can't trust all
it's definitely
people with that. Yeah, 100%.
Like if they book me, they definitely need to see my video.
Yeah, for sure. So they know.
The budget, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I be telling like people now. Like I got a lot of videographers I fuck with. You gotta put that money into the videos. I be telling them all the time because if you get that budget, like it's a lot of videos, bro. I didn't got like $5K, right? And niggas thinking I'm coming off, like I'm getting a lot of money, but the whole time I probably walked off for like $600.
Yeah.
I didn't pay niggas, I didn't put into the video, I didn't pay for the cars in the video, location, because I wanted the video to look like it was expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the labels look at that. So once they see that you actually putting money into your video, they're not scared to give you a budget.
Exactly. They gotta see that you dealing with it yourself.
That's interesting.
You gotta invest into yourself. You know what I'm saying? So once they see that, you might take a little. It ain't even an L for you just gotta just.
Right.
Yeah. You're using some of your earnings to like put into the video to raise your potential earnings. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Nah, that's big facts. That's literally like you said, investing in yourself.
Niggas are getting them $250K, $500K budgets for videos.
That's what I'm going for. Right. That's why I'm not even playing right now.
But like you said, you do got to show that you can make those kind of videos. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like a Rick Ross video and a big dumbass like he be shooting his videos like in his crib. But like that's a scene. Like you got to know that you can shoot places in extravagant places for somebody to want to work with you. You know what I'm saying? They gotta see that you've done it. You know what I'm saying?
It gotta look official too.
Or something similar, and it's gotta look official. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So where would you say did all these like thought processes just kind of like come to you? Like do you just feel like, how am I trying to say this? Like you didn't have to learn none of this from nobody. You just kind of knew just kind of like knew what to do type shit, or it's been like a learning process, growing process, like trial and error type shit. Like trial and error, or like you've been learning.
I definitely got like a massive plan. You know what I'm saying? I'm just working my plan. You feel me? My mother used to say you got a plan, you work your plan. So I already got the plan. You know what I'm saying? I'm just working my plan right now, but at the same time, I'm still learning every day different little things and shit. So it's a learning process every single day. Everything is a learning process.
That's facts.
Never stop learning. So
No.
I'm still learning every day, but I definitely got a plan. I'm just working my plan, bro. It's starting to work out.
Is any other shit that you like to you know what I'm saying, as being as an entrepreneur, and even how like you kind of saw cameras would work? Is there any other things that you kind of look at and be like, I might try my hand at that, or like that could be something I do like a little bit down the line?
1,000%. I got
Yeah.
a lot of sneaky moves I'm pulling.
For real? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But all right, so to keep it just in the realm of shooting though, it like what about like films or series
Yeah,
or things of
okay,
that
so, yeah, I
nature?
can talk about
like
that.
yeah,
I'm
we don't
definitely-
no master plans. We don't need none of that. You can definitely keep that for sure. But like even with in this realm of directing, is it
Yeah.
solely music videos or it's like no, like
Nah,
if it
nah.
makes sense or like what or
Bro, I love
you know?
movies, bro. Like that's
Right,
one thing about me,
right.
bro. I can watch movies all day, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, real
I
shit.
used to really watch movies with my mother all the time, with my family all the time.
Real
You know what I'm saying?
shit.
We used to real lad just watch movies. Like that's
Right.
how we bonded for
Nah,
you
that's
know what I'm
real.
saying?
That's
So,
real.
I
Isn't
definitely-
it so crazy how we watching these movies, but we never thinking, oh, I could shoot these movies.
Yeah,
like that.
facts.
They don't come to us
I
like
never
that.
thought
No,
about
like when you was watching them when you're younger, once you get comfortable with the camera, you're like, I think
No,
I could
that's-
do all this.
No, bro. That's when they come. But I
Yeah.
promise
I can do
you,
this
like
shit, yeah.
it when I had the camera, like it soon hit me, and it really. Hit, I was like, oh, this
can
is
create.
what they used. To,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can create.
Oh, I love that though.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I
You
love
in
that.
control, like you
Yeah.
in control of the media, bro. Like, you, can
fact.
you can create your own narrative.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, and that's what I love about this shit too. At the same time, like I want to create my own narrative with movies. I want to step into the reality TV show lane.
Right.
Oh, word.
Right.
Reality TV would be
Hey,
popping.
Zeus got that bag. Like, nigga, I gotta show
Reality
y'all, nigga,
TV
throw
would be
that.
popping. And I feel
I tell you.
like, just while we right here, I feel like that's one of the, not easiest, like it's easy,
But
but that
it's
would be
there.
it's
The
like a
bag is there
simple
for that.
setup.
Yeah,
You know
the
what I'm
bag
saying?
is
You
there
just
for
put
that.
people in a crib even, and then just shoot it, and then just take what's good. You kind of provoke situations and shit like this. Like,
ideas for some shows and shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
put
it's
some
tough.
shit together.
Tough.
that'd be fire, bro. That'd be fire.
Shit,
Tough.
yeah.
Very
That'd be
tough.
fire. Would you do that around here, like in the DMV? Where would you do
I
that?
mean, I might bring like once I get lit with,
Because we was talking
I'm
about
not trying to blow it up, but once I'm
Yeah.
established,
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I'll bring it back.
Because
for sure,
it's not
100%,
even really no like
1,000%.
reality shows and other than
Not
that
too much.
Real Housewives joint. Like
Yeah,
there's
not
not
too
really
much.
no reality shows that's in
Yeah, once I get
DC.
lit with that shit, I'll definitely bring it back to
You said once you get lit with it,
Yeah.
I'm weak.
Yeah.
Well, where do you
I
think?
feel like
Okay,
it'd
so
be
where would
hard
you
to
have
get
to
lit
start
with
it?
out here.
Where would you have? Oh, you said LA.
I said it'd be harder to get lit with it out here,
It would.
but like it'd be easy just to fall into that situation. LA or
Go motherfucking Houston.
Yeah. Nah. The reality show thing. That's funny that you say that because I feel like that's something that's so doable.
Yeah.
Remember, Kenya Barris, because
It
that
sounds familiar.
he made he made like
made
Blackish,
Blackish?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
these
yeah,
things,
okay,
like
yeah.
Black AF on
yeah.
Netflix and stuff
Yeah.
like this. He started with America's Top Model, like him and Tyra Banks,
Yeah,
like
that was a show.
co-started
That's
that
so crazy.
joint.
Yeah,
America's
you
Next Top
wouldn't-
Model,
yeah.
and that was just a reality show.
You
You know
wouldn't
what I'm
think
saying?
the
Like,
same niggas made that.
yeah,
that's
you know what I'm
real.
saying?
That's real.
Nah, that's very dope.
But yeah, bro. So like, so your future plans type shit, anything like that you can't like, and I'm not talking you to unveil anything type shit, but like I guess what can people expect from you? You know what I'm saying, moving forward in the new year type shit. Just
More
that
movies,
type of
man. More drops, more big videos.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm locking in with more artists. You know what I'm saying? So you just gonna see more big videos from me, more better plots, storylines in the videos,
say
shit
less,
like that. You feel me?
Say
Nah,
less,
facts,
bro.
facts.
We
Yeah.
appreciate you, Brody.
Big facts.
For pulling through for real,
No
bro.
question.
Yeah, man, this
You know
was
what I'm
dope.
saying?
Shout out for having
Sharing
me,
some
man.
insight.
Yeah,
Nah,
for
real,
sure,
bro.
for sure. Where can people keep up with you? And like, what are the
Follow
best
me on
places?
Instagram,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Follow me on Instagram, Blue Visions with a Z at the end _
Facts, facts.
Blue Vision with a Z and then _
Stay tuned for the drop.
There it
Nigga
is.
Don't be
You know what I'm saying?
teasing nothing. He just drop it.
For sure. Blue, appreciate you,
appreciate
brother.
you, Brody.
Yeah,
Sure,
this was
appreciate
fire.
y'all.
Yes, sir.
Early.